Thing we're going to look at is groups, and there are three types of groups in My Big Campus. First of all, there are the groups that are unique to Featherstone High School. These are all the classes and different groups that I'm involved with. There's another one for people, which are all the different people across the world using My Big Campus. And the third one is for topics, where it allows us to collaborate with colleagues again from across the world on a range of different things. So we're going to focus on groups at Featherstone High School, and we're going to look at one group that I've created first of all, and it's a Year 12 BTEC Level 3 group. And when you go into that group, you'll come to this screen here, and there are a few different things. There's announcements, discussions, chat, which is a video chat, pages that you can create, resources that have been shared with that group, calendar, any particular key dates for that group, and finally who's actually a member of that group. We're only going to look at a few of these features today. The first is announcements, which will be very key to our use of My Big Campus. Here I can type a message or share any sort of link or file that I would like. So if I was going to be absent, I could let them know. Please see the cover work attached. And I'm also going to add a file to this. And if I click here, I can search for a file saved on my computer. But a little bit easier, I can just drag a file straight over here. Okay, and that would allow me to share that message and also that file. When I click post, that would then go to all members of that group. The other form of communication we can have with students is through discussions. These can be set by yourselves as staff or also by students. So we see students started a discussion down here, and these are discussions that have been started by me. And if we just dip into one of these now, we can start to see how they've been used. So I post a discussion asking them to name and describe one badminton tactic, and Oscar's posted one here, and we've started to see students commenting on each other's work, which is really nice. Okay. If I wanted to start a new discussion, I'd very simply click Add Discussion. That would take me to this page where I could give it a title. I could give a bit more detail of what I'd like to do, and just as before, I could add any files that I wanted to be used as part of that discussion. Next thing that we're going to look at is members, the people that are actually in that group. So if I click here, this is a group that's owned by me because I'm the teacher, and I can see down here all the different students and also members of staff that are attached to this group. And if I wanted to, Mr. Briggs, I could give him rights to administer that group as well. If a student joined my class, I could again search for that student's name, and when I found him, I could click Add Users. The last thing on this page that we're going to look at is the resources folder. And these are resources that are shared by all members of the group. So here's some folders and some different resources, and these students will be able to access these in lessons and also at home through My Big Campus. If I wanted to add some resources, I can do this in one of two ways. If it was a new file, just as before, I could click on New Photo or File, and I could drag the document I wanted into there. Okay, it'll load up, and then when I click Shared Attach Item, okay, that will become available to all members of that group. Okay, there's my new file there. Second way of doing this is if I have something already in my stuff, my work that's private to me that I now want to share with this group, I could find the file that I want, and I can share the attached item, and again this will move from just a copy for me Okay, but it will also then be available to students as well. The final thing to know about groups will be deleting groups. You may have some groups left over from last year that you no longer teach. This, for example, is a group that I no longer teach. These students have left, so I can now manage this group and delete it. I click the delete button. I have to be very, very careful about this. I actually have to type the word delete, and then click to delete the group. I still want to keep this because it's got some documents on that I want to move across. What you're also able to do is you can create a new group yourself by going to add group at the bottom. Okay, just at the bottom of that list there, and here I can select any group. Okay. So create a group for the PLC. And I'm going to save that group. The next page I'll be taken to will allow me, it's been successfully created, however there are no members there yet, so I can now search for the members of this group that I would like to add. And Sean Wills, and I'm going to add him to that group. Again, I can do this for all the users all in one go, and we've got one member added. Okay. And we're back at the start.